Just imagine the joy that we had seeing the first ever snow this winter. Of course, we were so overjoyed. The children were so glad we came out. They played. We took pictures. It was so much fun. The snow continued to fall all through the night. By the next day, the whole place was covered with snow. It was really more than we expected. And of course, school was closed. It was announced. So I decided to lose my hair. And since everyone was at home, the children, they joined. Everybody jumped in and we started losing the hair. Okay, we had fun staying at home. And while we're losing the hair, we were all done here. I decided to make jollof rice with stockfish. Okay, this is the blend of the tomatoes, then mixing the rice together. Then I put in the stockfish, okay, the stockfish ear, and had it boil, and it came out quite nice. It came out quite nice. So the next day, there was still so much snow all over the place, and we just stayed indoors, and I decided to make my hair. Okay, and while I made my hair, I read, and I would like to share the excerpts from the book I was reading, 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. And it was a chapter about success is your duty. I like to share excerpts from there. It says, treating success as an option is one of the major reasons why more people don't create it for themselves and why most people don't even get close to living up to their full potential. Ask yourself, how close are you to your full capability? Those who give control over to another for their success or lack of it will never be in control of their lives. Assume control of everything that happens to you, even for those things that appear as if you have no control over. Elect and claim responsibility and control so that you can do something to improve your situation going forward. Once you start to take control and increase your responsibility, you will start to find successful solutions to making your life better. Assume control and increase responsibility by adopting the position that you make all things happen, even those things you have previously considered to not be under your control. Blaming someone or something else only extends how long you will be a victim and slave. Assuming control will cause you to start to look at what you can do to make sure negative events don't take place so that you can improve the quality of your life and reduce the occurrence of seemingly random unfortunate events. Once you start to approach every situation as someone who is acting, not being acted upon, you will start to have much control over your life. Not Nothing happens to me. It happens because of me. That's the mentality that we are to have to start operating at the 10x level. Of course, he had to imbibe this, and that was when he recorded that he began to operate at a 10x level. Increase your responsibility level, assume control of everything that happens to you, and live by the slogan that nothing happens to you only because of you. When you start operating at the fourth degree of action, taking massive action, your mindset will shift and so will your results. You will end up instigating opportunities that you will have addressed earlier, later, and in a different way than you would on a normal day. Signals that you're taking massive actions are people comment upon and admire your level of activity. So if you don't have these signals, then that means you need to sit up and begin to take responsibility by taking massive action. Don't just think in terms of compliment or how many hours you work. Instead, approach each day as though your life and future depends on your ability to take massive action. The author, Grant Cardone, when he started his first business, he had to make it work. There was simply no two ways about it. If he wanted people to know about him and about what he represented, then he was going to do a lot. And that's it. If you actually want people to know what you're doing, you have to be ready to put in the work and go all the way. Okay? The problem wasn't competition, it was obscurity. No one even knew who he was. This has been the biggest problem most entrepreneurs face. People don't know you or about your product, and the only way to bust through obscurity is taking massive action. He didn't have money to invest in advertising, so he spent all his energy on phone calls, visits, and more calls. This level of massive action may sound and indeed is unrealistic and exhausting at times. However, it will create more certainty and security for you than probably any other education or training you will receive. You can also expect to be criticized and labeled by others when you start taking massive action. And I think this has to do with having to move away from your comfort zones, because when you begin to push beyond the level at which most people are used to knowing you, you begin to see them begin to talk and criticize. So begin have that expectation that this is a normal, and when you do, you see that you rise above that level and begin to break into what you aim for, achieving your results. Okay, the second you start hitting it big, you will immediately be judged by the mediocre. You will know you are stepping into the realm of massive action when, one, you can create new problems for yourself. That means that you've actually broken through your comfort zone. Okay, that's when you start creating more problems for yourself. Two, and start to receive criticism and warning from others, but stay strong. This activity will break you out of hypnotic state of mediocrity that you've been taught to accept. And in order to deliver at that level of massive action, you must take every opportunity that comes your way. It's better to sulk and be seen than not to be seen at all. The goal is to be seen, thought of, and considered in one way or another. Your only problem is obscurity, not talent. In order for the endeavor you've chosen to work out for you, you have to make constant, relentless effort. Massive action can never hurt you and will always help you. There is one way where this is one place where quantity is more important than quality. Money and power follow attention. So whoever can get the most attention is the person who takes the most action, and sooner or later will get the most results. No one is going to come to your house and make your dreams come true. In order to stand out from the crowd and for customers to even consider your products, services, and organization, you must take massive action. If you're not first, you're last. Not alluding to physical domination, but rather to mentally occupy the space of the public so that when people think of you, of your product, service, or industry, they think of you. Make taking massive action a discipline. Making taking massive action a discipline will break you through obscurity, increase your value to the marketplace, and help you generate success in your area, in any area you elect. You need to change your commitment and thinking to be far above any concept of average. When you do, you will immediately start influencing other areas of your life. Your friends and family will start to change. Results will improve. You find yourself getting luckier. The actions you are taking will begin to improve your associations with people. Don't think average, think massive. Prepare for massive, persistent action and you will win. Average never yields anything more than average, and usually much less. Rid yourself of everything that is average, including the advice you get and the friends you keep. Rid yourself of every concept of average. Surround yourself with exceptional thinkers and doers. Remember, average anything will never get you to an extraordinary life. Study with average people. Study what average people do and prohibit yourself and your team from considering average as an option. One of the major reasons why people don't stick to their goals and fail to acknowledge and accomplish them is because they fail to set them high enough from the beginning. To maintain your enthusiasm, you have to make goals substantial enough that they help keep your attention. Okay, this is the one about goal setting. Average goal setting cannot and will not fuel massive 10x actions. To maintain your enthusiasm, you have to make your goals substantial enough that they keep your attention. Average and realistic goals are almost always a letdown to the person setting them, who is then unable to fuel his or her goals with actions necessary. The things upon which your life depends most are based on the actions you take daily. So this is what to do. Write down your goals every day and choose objectives that are out of reach. This opens you up to new potentials, which you will use to fuel your actions every day. If your goals are small, then you don't even consider them on a daily basis, then you're going to lose interest. Of course, the snow continued. Took a walk to go get a drink, and we continued. This I find quite exceptional. For us to 10x our goals in 2025, in this year and beyond, you have to take massive action. My key takeaway was that it's not just about you saying, "Oh, the market is saturated, there's competition." Think about how you can take massive action. Okay, this was just my key takeaway, and I felt I should share it while I share this vlog. And of course, I had to join Nsppd. This is few days to my birthday, and it was quite a lovely time in God's presence. Okay, joined virtually, and an Nsppd, and God was glorified, and had to make dinner as well while still connected and also listening. This was making bole, making plantain, roasted plantain, real plantain, and fish. So this is the sauce, the tomato mix with the spices, fried them for a while, then used it to coat the fish, and it came out quite nice. It came out quite nice. Steam it and grilled both of them together in the oven, and it was quite nice. So what would you be taking massive action on your goals, or would you just choose to remain on that? After that, I continued with Nsppd. It was just an awesome time in God's presence. We still sang, listened to Pastor Jerry. Jesus was glorified in this conference, and it was an awesome time in God's presence. Okay, so what would you be doing? Don't set your goals at competitive levels. Set them at a level that will overshadow and dominate your sector completely. The best way to dominate is do what others refuse to do. So look for gaps in your industry and choose to do them. Okay, ask yourself, if you're setting goals, before you set your goals, take the following into considerations. Know that you're setting goals for you, not for others. And I hope that you achieve your goals this time around. Thank you for watching.